Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone has enjoyed their Sunday thus far. Tonight's episode is for all you YouTube streamers and creators out there. All of you are welcome to take part in this stream. If you wish to join, PM me. Let me know in chat. You want to have your voices heard and speak out against some of the things we're seeing so we can start taking a united stand. The only thing for the rest of this week, I'm going to do this all week. Giving you guys an opportunity to come on here, speak out, because I know some of you guys have a lot of subscribers, a lot of followers. It's not about the numbers, but I also realized some of you guys would try to attempt to do this. You'd take the risk of getting your channel shut down. Small channel, it's well worth the risk, because in the end, even a small channels is eventually going to happen to us. I talked about this very same thing last night during my live stream. Welcome, we are Free TV. Talked about this very same thing last night on my live stream. Been talking about it since this channel's been up since January of this year. The issues of the censorship and stuff. I was, like I pointed out last night, I was watching a stream with, trying to remember his name, Aaron, Amy, and those guys. I can't remember the actual stream's name. I think it's RichiefromBoston II, I believe the name of the stream is. His main stream, because he was on a backup stream, had gotten suspended. Anybody that knows Casey, Enter the Stars, you know the same things happened to him. He lost his main channel. Dabu's been censored. He's lost his channel a couple times. I think he's got it back up now. RFB, Richie from Boston, it's been censored. We've had many people from YouTube start posting some of their content on Patreon just because they get censored every time they post it here. And it was amazing because I had gotten off. It was about a half hour went by. Casey had put up a video talking about the very same thing that we were discussing last night. I had a teenager in my stream last night. It shocked me. Was asking, what can we do? Why can't we come together and take a stand? I mean, I don't believe in coincidence, guys. Not 30 minutes after I ended a 4-hour stream, there was Casey posting, talking about this, that we all need to come together. You know, Richie from Boston Friday said the same thing. He ain't went as far as got a lawyer asking people, if you've been censored, message him. You know, small channel here. But what do I got to lose? I can give you guys that have the bigger channels a place to come and somewhat protect your channels and speak out. That's what I can offer. Right. I mean, I disagree with some channels too. But that's what I pointed out last night. Okay, it's on me to tune out, not watch it, find something else. Because who am I to say what they're saying is right or wrong? Because that's their opinions, that's their beliefs, that's what they want to talk about. In fact, I want to share something. I'm going to read it. I'm not going to share it. I know how this works. Our mission is to give everyone a voice and show them the world. I think some of you know what I'm reading right now. We believe that everyone deserves to have a voice, and that the world is a better place when we listen, share, and build community through our stories. Our values are based on 4 essentials: freedoms that define who we are, freedoms of expression. We believe people should be able to speak freely, share opinions, foster open dialogue, and that creative freedom leads to new voices, formats, and possibilities. Freedom of information. We believe everyone should have easy, open access to information, and that video is a powerful force for education, building understanding, and documenting world events, big and small. Freedom of opportunity. We believe everyone should have a chance to be discovered, build a business, and succeed on their own terms, and that people, not gatekeepers, decide what's popular. Freedom to belong. We believe everyone should and be able to find communities of support, break down barriers, transcend borders, and come together around shared interests and opinions. This is the mission statement of YouTube. I will leave the link in my description at the end of the video. I will post it in chat for those that want to go to the page and actually read it for themselves. That is their mission statement. That's not my statement. I believe firmly in what that mission statement says because it goes against most of my beliefs. I'm been the first person to tell people, this channel's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. But I also understand, that if we're going to take a stand, we got to put our differences aside. Because we all have a common ground here, is our freedoms. Freedoms to express ourselves. Freedoms to disagree. Freedom to speak what we want, whether it be opinions, views, and facts. We have responsibilities when we produce facts. And we as a community has a responsibility when we see false facts to bring it to that channel's attention, privately or in comments. Then that person has the choice to make corrections or not. You know, I think our community can police itself. I mean, I've been told what this AI is all about. You know, how it works. I've seen countless people. I mean, some people don't even agree with. Like Lauren Southern, she's been harassed, stuff demonetized. You name any of these popular channels out there, they've all had some form of harassment. I follow a large, diverse group of people. Because in my opinion, everybody has a little bit of truth to share. We learn from each other. So, how can I reach out to all of you? Well, it starts with this. It starts with Casey did. I can't remember the name of that group. Because I haven't been screen sharing much. Unless it's my content, my stuff that I can back with copyright trademarks from DeviantArt. The images you see on here. Because I've sat here and watched all these channels that went down, been harassed. You know, plus some things I've talked to, some coders and designers in the tech industry that I'm friends with, how the AIs and algorithms and stuff work. Plus I'm a coder, a web designer, a graphic designer. I built my own platform. I just made a business mistake and targeted wrong. Instead of targeting a large audience, I targeted a small community of audience, and it didn't take off. I know the ins and outs. This ain't new what's going on here. This happened, I don't know how many people know, the Ning platform. This was another social platform where you could create a website, do all kinds of stuff. They started censoring. And that's a separate platform. It was a web hosting platform. I've seen it happen on GoDaddy and Bluehost. They have their terms of service. But they also have mission statements. Mission statement is also a verbal contract. It is a written contract, in fact. It's right there. You can go see the link. You know, I know a lot of you out there. You know, some of you don't know me. Some is new to my channels. But if you want to take part, I'm going to do this all week. Find different times during the day. Come on live. Go as long as you guys want to go. If you want to come in the Hangouts, I'll give you the link. Share your stories. You got a voice. It's time it's heard. Right? For those that listen to this later, do the same thing. Reach out to other channels. Invite them on. Or create a new channel. And use your other channel to advertise to bring people there so you don't hurt the channel you're on. I pointed out different ways how you can manipulate yourself and kind of protect yourself. Having low subscribers, low view counts on videos and stuff, puts you under the radar. That's why I don't go after subscribers and followers. I also have the opinion and view that for those that want to hear my message, they'll be drawn to it and find it on their own. I don't need to do all that advertising. I've seen it happen so much in my life. People are drawn to it. They'll find it on their own. I've also showed, like I showed last night, the video I did Thursday, I think, moves and counter moves. 10 views, 3 of which are mine. Because I went in there and did some editing. Took you to the mines, showed you my mines page, showed you the video. 587 views. Took you to Twitter. 48 impressions. Good evening, Denise, dude. Vanand. I showed you the impressions. So add that to 587. How does that equal 10? It doesn't. I've done other videos before on that, doing investigation on how the system works, how we can use certain platforms, and how we're not getting our accurate view counts. ATAC, even though, you know, it is important that we speak out. The more people that speak out, come together, the more our voices can be heard. We got to put our differences aside. You know, it can't be, I don't like your ideology, I don't like your beliefs. No, we all have a common ground here. And it's the censorship of our freedom of speech. It is YouTube going against their mission statement. That link right there is their mission statement. They haven't taken it down, they haven't changed it, but yes, I know. TOS, terms of service. It's in the terms of service. This can change at any time. They do not have to notify you or give you a notification that the terms of service has changed. I know how it works. It's just like the lemon clause for when you buy cars. You know, it's in the fine print. The bottom line, we shouldn't have to be going to other platforms. All is well, at least on this end. You know, we all have our gifts, our niches, information, our opinions and views on things. It's how we learn from each other. It's how we learn in life, listening to others, growing. Maybe it changed, something we hear changes something we thought that we believed thought was right. I mean, I also point out good things that we find on YouTube. I can go on here and learn any trade, any skill I want. I can come on here and listen to professors teach their classes. that they offer here on YouTube that they've created so that their students can come out of class and learn. Yes, there is also disinformation. It's us to decide what is right for us. I don't need an AI telling me that, or as they put it, gatekeepers. Which is funny. I wish I still had my website because I actually own the rights to gatekeepers as a internet name. But that was years ago on me. You know, just like I said, now we got to be so careful. We got to be careful what we type in our description. We got to be careful what we put in our mega tags for our channel's tag descriptions. All that stuff is monitored. Clear down. This is how scary it is, guys. Clear down to how I am talking right now, the words I am using, how I use my speech. Does it fluctuate? Am I getting angry, or am I getting excited? It reads all those things. It distinguishes you if you're a male or female. And it calculates all this stuff to determine if you should be put in a trending, or you're using words that are flagged so that it gets hidden from the trending. This is how dangerous this AI program that they got running on this platform is. I've heard people just this week alone get their channels back. Oh, we made an error. Then before they even get done reading that email, Richie from Boston, for example, he got the email, he was reading it. Before he even finished reading the email, he got 4 more content strikes for the channel that they just said they made an error on and reinstated. Yeah, it is very interesting. I'm going to try this week to get a hold of my dude Chris and have him come on and let him explain how the AI works. He can do it much better than I can. He's the one that told me, he's the one that reminded me for all this talk about, oh, we're just going to create our own platform. Well, you're either going to create your own platform by using a hosting provider, or you're going to have 10K, which that's just starting off. That's just for the server. Anybody can create their own platform if you got 10K. Just get your own server. That's what it costs. There's more to it than that, and it gets a lot more bills that come along with it. But he even pointed out they will even go after and force you to censor yourself and people on that there. He goes, as he put it out, you all got friends and loved ones. They'll come after you legally. So, and plus, I've pointed out, where else can you go and do what you can do here on YouTube? Truth is nowhere. The mines, you can't live stream. You can upload videos for a certain, I think they're under like so many megabytes. I'm not sure on that. I've never really been successful in uploading. I just share links to there. VidMe, it's a pain to get verified because they want you to interact. And a lot of times I don't have time. I don't have time when I'm doing hour-long videos to spend over on VidMe interacting with people in the hopes that I'm going to get verified. So you can do, I think it's 30 minutes, unless they've changed it, up to 30-minute videos. And we all know I can't do a 30-minute video to save my life. Gab, well, they got a live TV. Oh, wait, got to pay to play. Periscope, well, you got to deal with Twitter. Oh, you just want to cater to the Periscope audience. I've seen people censored on Periscope, so. We are a community. We all need to take a stand. We all have a voice. We all need to speak out. Some of you, yes, I get it. Oh, boy, do I get it. Some of you got tens of thousands of subscribers, and by speaking out, yes, you will probably get targeted, mainly because you're on their radar for having that many subscribers to begin with. Your videos get thousands of views, which draws attention. I've shown that just with this channel. Staying under the radar, the things I talk about, things that I watch other people talk about, and get censored. But I've also been censored, which is why when I created this channel, I decided that I will not monetize this channel. Why? When you monetize, you give up the freedom of your choice in content, what you say. It is dictated by the advertisers. Your content is not ad-friendly. I get it. I don't, but I get it. I get it that you're allowing a corporation to dictate against your mission statement. I mean, yeah, and you shouldn't have to do that. You guys got a problem with me sharing, screen sharing the live chat? So people can actually see what's going on and what's being said? Yeah, I mean, it's nothing wrong with being skeptical. Let me read this. Stupid mouse. You know, I know many people just like you who don't verify just for those very reasons. You know, I verified so I can do live streams. And yes, this channel does relate a lot when it comes to our Constitution and stuff. Well, I mean, I'm a direct descendant of somebody that signed the Constitution. So yeah, when people go after our freedoms, I don't care what it is, I have to take serious issues with. You know, just like I pointed out, we need maybe people to start calling their congressmen, telling them we need laws in place to force corporations to honor our constitutional rights if they are a corporation that resides and works here in the United States. Because just like I talk about minimum wage. Oh, sure, let's raise it to $18. There's no laws in place to stop the corporation from raising the prices of the products to match the increase to the minimum wage. So that $3.50 gallon of milk is now $8.50, I think. That's what the math ended up. $8.50, $7.50, somewhere in there. It increased. Oh wait, you went up a tax bracket, so now you're bringing home less and having to pay more for that gallon of milk. There's no laws in place for that stuff. Corporations become the way they run and don't care about our constitutional rights, our freedoms, our liberties, our beliefs. You know, used to be before, if you had a mission statement like this and you violated, because when I joined because of that mission statement. That's the contract, be it verbally, written, is a form of a contract. That's what I agreed to when I came onto this platform. But I also agreed to abide by the terms of service, and that's where they get you. You know, I understand what RSD is saying about, you know, getting a lawyer to do this. It could work, but then again, it could seriously fail. And that's something us as a community need to discuss. You know, all of us getting together, taking a stand, is it going to make a difference? It could. It could be just the very message that changes it. You know, like I told people about when it comes to the law. The law is a two-edged sword. There's loopholes upon loopholes in the law. And in the end, it is how you sell the interpretation of that law to that jury and judge. Can you get them to believe your interpretation of that law? You know? Now, the drawback for me being a small channel is reaching out to other content creators, bringing them in. Now, I know a few. If they choose to come on, they do. But I also know, by being a small channel, nobody's approached me, nobody's emailed me about joining them, standing up. You know, in the end, we got to stick together. We got to come together. Because this can't keep happening. Slowly but surely, we're watching too many good channels go down. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. I mean, for those that follow, if anybody follows Project Veritas, they actually got a guy working sending it out, admitting to being a gatekeeper, admitting that they manipulate it. I mean, if you believe that to be accurate. I mean, but then again, I can pull up congressional hearings just from last week, 2 weeks ago, of them admitting on Twitter manipulating the trending. Granted, that's a different platform. That's not this platform. And we also have to remember, YouTube is owned by Google. So we'll just not be fighting YouTube. We'll be fighting Google. You know. And I've pointed out, I've caught channels that said their stuff's been down. And now here's the sad part. These very channels that go on and say that, oh, we've gotten community strikes, we've been censored. Yes, because I pointed out last night, well, you also got, like China. They censor a lot of what can be said on the internet. And a couple other countries do too. That was my point I made though. If they can do it, why can't our country force Google and YouTube and all these to honor our Constitution? That's true. There's a bunch of that going on too. You know, there is a lot of channels out there that do it. And a lot of us do know some of them are getting paid just to do that. Now, can we prove it? Can we bring facts and prove it? No, because then they're going to say, well, no, you're giving misinformation. I know what I watch and observe. I know just like, I don't want to name drop because it goes against, and that's where they get you. You don't want to talk about these channels because if you do, you're not coming together. short of giving names, I know this one channel. I know probably most of the people here in the U.S. know of this channel. Name was brought up in Congress. You know, they keep saying, oh, my videos got taken down, we're censored. Yes, he may have gotten his ads removed. Then he said Facebook censors me, blocks our live stream. Hello, I'm subscribed to you on Facebook. I get your notification every damn day that you go live. Your videos in my stream every day. That's what hurts us. I mean, yeah, why do they do it? Why? Because it makes it harder for us to come together and take a stand. It goes back to what somebody that subscribes to this channel, and many channels, probably even subscribes to some of you guys, you don't even know about it. He asked in my stream, who do you trust? You know what? I couldn't answer him. Other than there's only one person you can trust, and that is yourself. You know what information you feel is true or not. You know, you choose to discern what is fact, information, opinion, or fake. We all do. And that's how this little idea of coming together, yes, it's going to be hard for many people. It's going to be a hard pill for some to swallow, because you're going to be dealing with people that you might not entirely like what they do. And that's the system. That's how they set it up. They wanted us pitted against each other, arguing against each other. So we don't know who to trust. So that somebody can say, well, why do you have him on your channel? Well, my answer to that is simple. It's called freedom of speech, freedom of expression. It is that mission statement that I just read. If that channel's been taken down or they've been demonetized, it goes against what that mission statement says. Because according to that mission statement, that person has the right to run his channel how he wants. Whether if I agree with it or not. Okay, I accept that. I can accept that. I mean, I know you're going to use that against us. Stand-in, yeah. But one thing I have learned over the years, that even those people, they come in, start vocally talking about it, they will show themselves for their true colors. They always do. They always get caught up. I mean, it's like I said, I know channels that are no longer even on YouTube because they got so tired of it. I mean, they were putting out some great content. They got so tired, they just got fed up and left. Never come back. Because I know a lot, I mean, I don't do half the stuff to make my videos as the best quality as they can be. I'd much rather come on here and talk instead of spending the hours it takes to create that. But there's people that love doing that. That's how, because before you were kind of rewarded for doing that. Yeah, watch the comments. Exactly. That's what I've been doing. I've been watching, observing. I know you can spot the trolls. You can spot the ones that are paid to come in here. You can spot the channels that are fake. Just by watching and observing. A lot of the good content creators have left. You know, like me, I'm a verified account. Every month I get newsletters from content creators. I mean, they got their own blog pages and stuff. You can go read, learn stuff from other content creators. A lot of them aren't vocal about it. You know, they hint at it from time to time. But you've seen a lot of those guys disappear. Yeah. You know, I turn some people off, especially in this community for this channel. I got more than one channel. Because I will talk about occult stuff, esoteric stuff. It's because those tools are what's being used against everybody. You know, like people don't understand how powerful and the images that they share every day is. By talking about it, making people aware, it's a little bit of awareness that they have that can protect themselves. You know, I try not to go over the top on this side of the channel, because this channel is also about some of my other beliefs. Beliefs in freedoms, beliefs in what my forefathers had originally wrote the Constitution for, originally put the laws in there for why. Sometimes doing some investigating and reporting. Talking about prepping sometimes. You know, it is a part of my life. It's the things I experienced, my knowledge, wisdom, things I've experienced through the years, my opinions and views. You know, it's just like button, dislike button. You know how I look at that? If you hit the dislike button, I did my job. Where I watch a bunch of people stream, they'll pay attention to that dislike button. People hit and hit, and they'll get aggravated, lose a train of thought to say something, mention it, and completely wreck their stream. They allow that button to trigger them instead of thinking, hey, I did my job. I made that person think or question something that triggered them. You know? Or people get caught up in, I got to have subscribers. I got to have these high view counts. It's not always about that. I've done pretty good showing that how a lot of these smaller channels do slide under the radar a lot. But I also found out that a video I had done on my backup channel to this, which is actually my main channel, that I was personal use, I just did whatever on. I did a video, titled it, and it got instantly censored. It didn't get taken down, it just got demonetized. Well, I'm like, I created this. I'm like, well, I'm going to bring it over here. I'm going to change the name. This channel's not monetized, so it won't be a problem. Just maybe I can get better views over here with it. What happened? Non-monetized channel. Instantly, it was flagged for could not be monetized. Violated. Really? Why? That's how good the AI is. It knew it was the same video that's already posted that is demonetized. No matter, I changed the title, changed the description. It caught because of what the video said while it was reading it, while it was being processed. It happens too much. You know, tried to share this with others. Blow me off. Alright, I'll do the video, it's there. Somebody will find it. Somebody will do the experiment. I sat there and told them. So I sat here one week, I'm going to do an experiment. Didn't tell them what it was. And I pointed out that sometimes you'll get lucky. You'll be the first one talking about a subject as it breaks. You'll get all the streamers that are tuning in. Then all of a sudden, as other channels pop up, you'll just drop off. I've only had that happen once. But it was interesting. It was a nice something to observe, just like I pay attention when I do live streams. Speaking of which, since this did happen last night, let me actually bring up my Hangout so I can see it. Yeah, I think a couple of you guys were in RichiefromBoston II live stream Friday. Did you notice some of the video or audio issues they were having? It's something else I pay attention to. After that stream, I ended up being up to like 5 o'clock in the morning. I went and watched Underground World Music. It was on Casey's channel, which is Dabu and all those guys. And I would notice they always have the issue. You know, let's start talking about a certain subject. Next thing you know, Casey's mic will drop off, and he was talking about it. I was watching it happen multiple times last week from various different streamers. Then last night when I was doing mine, normally I'm screen sharing. Sometimes I forget to keep my Hangouts up so I can watch my vocal bars. I was talking, I guess. I haven't had a chance to go back yet and find it, but what I was talking about. But my audio cut out. I wouldn't, I'm just interacting with Tacky Vanilla and Pam Z, and Pam Z is like, no audio. It happens so much. Just like, I think it's funny how when I'm streaming and talking about certain issues, how Hangouts will start bogging down my computer. Yes. Well, I'm also a gamer. So I've been doing a little experiment on the side, playing World of Warcraft and streaming to Facebook, since I can't post any of my videos to Facebook. Or, well, I can. I just get banned for 90 days at a time. So I started using the World of Warcraft as I'm gaming to talk about issues, things that are going on, just like I do on here. Not a problem. Don't have no bogging down the computer. Great frame rates, great bandwidth, great latency, and streaming. But yet when I stream here, as everything's bogged down when I'm talking about certain subjects, or I'll get mysteriously disconnected. Or the best one, your computer went to sleep while streaming. Wait, I'm streaming. I'm using my computer. Yep, and it does. I've experienced that. That's why I just prefer to come on and do live streams. But the drawback to doing live streams, let's say they decide to strike me, or decide, oh, you went too far, we're shutting you down, we're going to kill you midstream, and I lose that video if I'm using Hangouts. Now, if I'm using XSplit, which I can't right now because of my graphics cards, it will, at least on that program, it saves it to my computer. Here, if you want it saved to your computer, you got to really. All right, this thing working yet? Apparently not. Alright, am I back? Things like that happen. So, if I would get disconnected or channel gets terminated, I lose this video because you can't download these videos until after they reprocess it. So sometimes, like last night, it took 20 minutes to process a 4-hour video. Which, you know, I know that's crap too because I've done 8-hour streams. And it processes under 5-10 minutes. All about what you've been talking about. Yeah, and all your comments ever made. It happens so much. You know, I wish people, I do hope people will start taking a stand. And that we can put all of our differences aside. We need to. You know, like I said, this week, it's all about reaching out to other creators. If you guys don't, you know, they don't want to talk about it on their channel because they don't want to take the risk. This channel's here, and if I get censored and shut down, I'll create another one or go to one of the backups. This is going to happen every day of the week. We're just going to talk about it. I'm going to try to get people on. Everyone's welcome. Speaking of which, let me check my Twitter real quick. Because I did send a message out on Twitter. Yeah, I mean, or things like this happen. Trying to switch. Alright, now let me switch back here. Like I said, and my mic's going again. But yeah, that's something else I've noticed. I've noticed a lot of small channels out there that have some great content. Why isn't that content getting more views? Why isn't that channel getting more subscribers? I know on Twitter we use the term shadow ban. Sometimes I wonder if that doesn't happen on here as well. It just seems like so much stuff goes on. And the more you observe, the more you see. You know, I think I was trying to point out and got sidetracked myself. Like Rufacast Cat's channel. I've actually been watching it for about 4 or 5 weeks. I just haven't interacted in chat, just watching. And what really made me mad the other night, because I tuned in for the live stream, I was watching the weeks prior broadcast. I was really getting into it. Then all of a sudden, he loses the main channel that it was on. So I wasn't able to finish watching that. It's like, really? Why? What in that I had watched up to that point violated any terms of service? Nothing. You know, just like Casey, I might not agree with some of his ideologies. I love some of the stuff he talks about. And me and him are completely different beliefs and everything. But I still learn from some of the stuff he talks about. I mean, I wouldn't expect him to watch some of my content because it goes against stuff he believes. He wouldn't do it. I know it. But that's his right. He's not going to go flag my stuff, just like I'm not going to go flag his stuff. You know, I got a lot more respect for that man after watching the video he uploaded last night. You know, even he's saying, we got to put our differences aside. We got to come together. We got to unite and take a stand. Yeah, it's a company. I mean, you do, being in the graphics game, you know. You're always having to worry about, oh, I mean, you probably create your own. Sometimes I know, I don't have all that time to go create my own stuff. Sometimes I'll go, like I said, DeviantArt, look for free stock. Make sure it's free, you know, because you got to pay attention. Some people label it as, you know, free stock, but you need to link to them if you run advertisements or monetization. Sometimes they don't want their stuff used freely on things that are monetized. I mean, but the nice thing about DeviantArt is all my graphics and stuff, some of my writings like poetry and stuff is protected because it's there and they issue some minor protections. You know, because let's be real, you use a trademark that's a logo from any of these corporations, and this is about to get people in trouble too. You know, they can actually come back on you for using that logo. You know, that's why I do certain things the way I do on this channel. Does that mean that they shouldn't have the right to do it? I think they should have every right to do that if they want, because they're pointing things out. It's these little stupid rules that are in place like that that makes it hard for us to point something out when they're actually not being factual. Okay, because you used our three-letter name that is a trademark and logo, you committed a copyright strike. By the law, technically you did. If they actually have the proper paperwork to prove it. But that's the thing. Does YouTube ask for that paperwork? Does YouTube ask you to show? I know they ask us if we try to deem somebody's channel stole something from us. Ours. But do they ask the corporations for that? No, they just flag our stuff. I've seen it happen. That's cool. You know, it's like yeah, to me it was a big loss too. I was enjoying it. I enjoy hearing those different views, those different opinions. You know, I enjoy hearing a lot of the stuff they talk about because it's a lot of stuff. I don't, you know, sometimes I go down that rabbit hole, but for short periods. But I love listening to it. I love hearing how people break that stuff down. It teaches you. It teaches you how to break stuff down when you see it. Regardless if you agree with it or not, you're being taught how to break it down. You know, sometimes it's not about it's what they're saying is actually right. It's about, well, look at the techniques they're using. You're teaching yourself to be free thinkers. You're teaching yourself to be aware and open. When you see something that just don't quite feel right, you now know the techniques, how to break it down, how to do the research. Now it's gotten to the point here on YouTube. I like, you know, the idea of sharing how you did the research, how you got your facts, showing your work. Now it's scary because they might look at that, oh, you copied that web page. That's protected, so therefore you violated something. It's like we've lost all of our freedoms. Anything we do can cost us our channel, and it shouldn't be that way. It goes against the mission statement. When is enough enough? When can we stop letting them divide us, pit us against each other? Just come together and say, we've had it, enough. This is your mission statement. Let us have those freedoms. Let us, you know, do what we want. We'll police ourselves. You know, because I agree, there's certain content that don't belong on YouTube, that is on YouTube, that should be on an adult porn site. I mean, not much. There's some. I know people that put that content on here, mark it private, and only give the link out, because only people with the link can actually view the video. It happens on here. You know, those are the people they should be going after, not us. You know, there's sites for that. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good, yeah. I've asked that same thing, but they also asked, where the hell, who was the first person to use the word chill? I mean, to each their own, but that's something else I learned about. I'm big on labels. Yeah, it's a hard question. I'm big on labels. Because when we create labels and names and stuff, you know, sometimes they're meant just was meant to be funny, and somebody takes it, oh, we can apply this name to this group of people, they're going to get offended by it. Now it becomes a trigger word. Now we got a little power and control over them, because we can trigger them. And that's another thing that's going to, you know, like I said, I love the idea. We do need to come together, but a lot of that thing, some of these guys, they have a tendency to, you know, some of the things they've said in their podcast, which is nothing wrong. They have that right. They don't realize that it does piss people off. You know, not everybody knows how to not give words power in meaning. You know, not everybody is forgiving. You know, I'll be the first person to admit it. I'm very slow to forgive, but I'll eventually forgive you. I'll never forget, though. You know, that it gets to the point where we're going to have these obstacles even coming together like this. You know, just like somebody I watched earlier today was talking about this. Well, I haven't got no emails. Nobody's reached out to us. You got all these channels. You've got 9,000, 100,000 followers. Never once mentioned the little guy. You know, never once. It's like the little guy don't matter. It's the big channels that matter. You know, but in his defense, I have watched that. It is the big channels, the ones that get all the views, get tons of subscribers. They're the ones that get hit the most. I mean, the ones that don't watch and observe and just put blatant titles out there, you're going to get hit. Even the small channel will. You know, should I have to sit here and play this game with this AI and these algorithms to get around it? No. No, I shouldn't. In fact, it's a very tedious, dull, and overworking. It's like I'm working 10 times harder to not get censored, not get a strike. You know, my saving grace, I somewhat do have a high vocabulary. I know different meanings for different words that'll mean the same thing. I know some of the tools that are used against us. I know the manipulation. But eventually, even I'm going to slip up. I'm human. Eventually, I'm not going to be thinking, type out my title, type out my description. I want to put something in there that's going to instantly get me flagged. And done. Time to go to a backup channel. Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's like, what do we got to do? You know, because I mean, the answer is not leaving just mass migrating for a platform. 'Cause I'll tell you right now, that don't work. I've done that. I mean, I went from Ning to another platform. You lost half the people that was on the original platform. Then when we created our platform and moved over there, we lost half again. People don't want to be jumping from multiple sites every time you move. People are comfortable with how things work here. That's the other thing you run into when you go somewhere else. People are so used to how this system operates. It's a learning curve. They got to relearn everything. How do I post a comment? How do I like? How can I donate to you? Or can I? The answer is we got to take a stand where we're at. Because it doesn't, like I pointed out, it doesn't matter what platform you go. It happens in all the platforms. You create your own website, you're still bound to a term of service for the hosting company that's your work that you put your site on. Yeah, happy, funny, not learning. I mean, and that's why they've spent decades upon decades of finding ways to divide every last one of us. Yeah, make them like, you know, I'm not good on the funny department, but I try to keep my channels fun. I keep them fun by, I like interacting with the audience. This is what this platform gives you. This is what I think a lot of these creators miss. I can sit here, interact with each and every one of you as I'm talking, answer your questions, learn from you. As you're learning from me, we're deciding, man, do I like this channel or not? This guy off his rocker? You know, it's about having fun, learning from each other, interacting with our audience. That's something that YouTube even missed in their mission statements. Right. Be positive. You know, have some accountability to yourself. If you make a mistake, you misquote something that turned out that you had your facts wrong, correct it. Be a man, be a woman, be an adult, be responsible with the stuff you bring on. You'll get more respect that way. That's why I respect Dabu and them. Be Rich, Rufus Cat, Casey. They own up when they make a mistake. Or they admit, these are my opinions and views. You know, just like me. I'm going to try to get Chris on this week to actually break it down, how the system works. Because that's what he does for a living. He's better at that. I mean, shit, he can make it, he can actually sit here and make it sound like a utopia's dream how they're doing things. If he wanted to, I've actually watched him do it, listening, talking about it. Which I find a bit scary. Right. And, a lot of people, and here's the other thing, here's another tool they've used against us that we've actually bit into. Well, not me. I can't stand it. Clickbait. I hate clickbait. I hate, as they put it, fear porn. Fearmongers. But it sells. It drives the audience in. I mean, we all know a certain network got claims to be the number one in info, uses fear porn, and has made a living off it. It works. It sells. I get it. I was actually taught those things in school, actually. They don't teach that anymore, how advertisers use certain content. That's personal choice, though, to use that or not to use it. I don't like it. Do I listen to some channels that do it? Yes. I just blow it off when they do it. I'm not there for that. I'm there for the information that they're sharing, their intellect, their ideas, the things they see. Not all of us, but I also understand not all of us can do that. We can't turn that off. Well, if you can't turn it off, you can choose not to watch that channel. In the end, we have the choice of what channels we watch, what channels we share with our friends. And our friends choose if they want to check it out or not. If I find a channel that I know that, oh, I got a friend that loves this. I can't stand it, but he'll love it. I share it with him. I know not everybody does that. It's just a matter of choice. But that's what my friend's into. It'll work. I've actually watched people do clickbait instantly. I mean, I don't know how many people on here know with a prepared mind. Well, he uses a form of clickbait. He'll put a beautiful woman in the picture. He used to. They don't do it anymore, but he used to. People would just click it because they see this image of this beautiful woman, and people would click right on it. And video has nothing to do with that woman he put on the picture. I mean, I could do it too. I've got friends in the modeling industry. I choose not to. That's not how I want to sell myself. I don't want to get people to click on my channel because of an image. I know that's the power of image. That's how powerful an image is. People don't realize it. To me, that discredits what this channel's about. It discredits my ideas, my views and opinions. It's a tool. You have the right to use it if you choose. Because I know I watched, like I said, I used to watch all his videos here late. I just haven't been into him. Not that he's not talking about important stuff, because he is. But he's also went through the censorship, the monetization. And that's the killer part. I know, like you just pointed out, though. You put on people that spend those hours and all that time doing videos like that, they're not getting even rewarded. Censored. Yeah, they're getting censored. If they talk about certain subjects, they get censored. When they should be rewarded. They should, it's cool. They're putting work in it. That's hard work. I mean, I know, I've done graphics. I mean, I published and edited and wrote my own magazine for 4 years. The time you spend doing the graphics for it, researching the graphics, make sure that if you're using stock images and stock models, that there's no copyrights or it's free use. Oh, do I? No, I don't have censor on. That was happening to Pam last night. And my censor is turned off. I'm not censoring or blocking any words. In fact, since you pointed it out, let's just go into my Creator Studio and make sure. I know I'm not. Oh, not responding. Where's it at? Monetization, upload featured content. Upload default featured content, I think. Is what I'm looking for. Nope. Bear with me. I can't see chat, so. Okay, maybe it was. As you can see, though, it wasn't me blocking it. It deemed something that you posted spam, which I don't even know why it was clicked on. Okay. I'm gonna have to remember after this stream to go into my main edit and unclick that. But I have no filter, nothing set for block and filter as far as the shit you typed in. That was purely YouTube there. Yes, please do, Tacky Vanilla. That's one thing I don't do. I mean, unless you're just blatantly being disrespectful in chat and not respecting other people's views and opinions, I'm not going to delete. Kind of goes against some of the stuff I believe in. But the nice thing about that, it happened while we were streaming. We got to learn something. Okay. We got to learn something while we were streaming because, one, I don't remember that ever being on there. It might be. But it's actually filtered. And it goes, something Pam asked me, does it monitor chat? I said no. Oh, guess I was wrong. It does monitor chat if you got that little button clicked. Even with trolls, I tell people, ignore them. They'll go away if you ignore them because, and also I tell people, that's what your moderator's for. I don't have well, I gave Pam moderator just to share a link. I moderate, I'm the monitor. You know, what I view as something, somebody might just remove them. You know, because like I said, you see, I like to interact in chat. And, you know, that's what it's about. That's how we're learning from each other. You know, I'm hoping I can get some other creators on this week and let them share what they've seen and witnessed. The more we talk about the things we've seen, the more we can compile, take notes. When you see something happen in a live stream, jot it down. Send that person a message. Go to their channel and send them an email message. Hey, I noticed this happened. Your mic dropped off when you said this. Or your stream started getting laggy, bogged down when you guys started talking about this. Or when you started talking about this, all of a sudden all these bots started showing up. Spammers started showing up. That's the part that kills me. How is it all these spammers can find my channel, but no one else can? It's like every day I'm deleting a spammer that, oh, I love you. Check out my video I made for you. Go to their channel, see who it is. Gives you a link. Check this site out. I mean, it's like every day. You're censoring me. You're censoring all these people, and you're letting these guys just comment on your stuff. That's what they do. They leave comment. I'll give credit for the ad. I'll get catches of this spam. It doesn't go right straight to my comments. But I've also caught it to people that are subscribed, people that I've actually got on here to approve, to comment anything, comment and monitor my comments when they want, so I don't have to keep approving their comments. I still got to go approve their comments. Then sometimes, like Pam, she can. I've got it turned off. Anybody can comment. Why do I get a notification somebody left a comment? Or sometimes I don't even get the notification. I come on, I've got 6 comments to approve. One person tell me your comment's not being approved. It says it waiting approval. It's like, and I know you got it turned off. I mean, my best friend wrote a comment. He's like, messaged me on Hangouts. He's like, dude, I left you a comment. I know you got me as a moderator and approved, and it's saying my comment needs approved. This is on my other channel. It's like, what the hell? Why is it they want us? It's like they want us just to quit, leave, stop talking about things. Yeah, you got my permission. Well, you're new to the channel, so yeah. No, go ahead and upload. That works perfectly for me. I'll go get it and definitely reshare it, because it is important. When you catch these things, if we can show what's going on, that's just evidence we have in case maybe we can get a legal case going. Maybe RFB's on to something. I don't know. I haven't talked to him. But the more evidence we build, the more we can show. This is what they're doing to us. The more we can show to YouTube. This is what you're doing to us. What did we do wrong? What did I try to type in that chat that was so wrong that you blocked it as spam? Of course, they're going to blame me because I had that thing checked. I don't ever remember having that thing checked, but okay. In fact, I don't ever remember it being on there. But I was away for about 3 months. And that's, the little things that really will get me going, because that's not what this channel's about. If you change something, notify me that it's changed so I know to go in and make the correct changes. Which I think it's funny, because usually they put a little blue thing, like you see when I was on there, above there, that's, you got a new feature or something. It's just like a lot of these channels, this is something I've noticed. It's cool. There's no need to delete it. It's just more evidence what we can look back onto. It doesn't matter what it is. Because now, say YouTube wanted to come at me, well, they can say, well, you had that checked, and you proclaim that your channel is about this and this, so therefore I violate what I proclaim. What did I violate? My own mission statement. Or you failed to check our terms and services that had this change in it, so therefore it's your fault. That's actually how the TOS works. Okay. Let me go to your channel real quick. That's odd. No, I didn't. I caught it doing it to Pam last night too, but I didn't pay it no mind. She was being kicked in and off. Good catch. Well, I guess now we got an answer about how bad they monitor our chat. But you have to let the bots come on and just spam us. I mean, I don't have that issue. Yeah, it did it to you too. And that's that goes back to something I've learned a long time ago. Hey, next time that does that to you, catch a screenshot of that when it says you can't write this or that. I know a lot of times you can't put, unless you're a moderator, you can't drop links into the chat. I do know that. That's the important thing. Something I learned a long time ago. You got to compile evidence. Take screenshots when you catch these things. Point it out quick. It allows us to build evidence. It also allows us to say, okay, what was being talked about? What word was used? Because that's what helps each and every one of us. And share that with other people, other streamers here. We noticed this is what happened when you said this, or this is what happened to a friend of mine while they were streaming. I went to type this. Because it's really that, it comes down to, we're going to have to prove these things. If they can actually find some way to take legal action, we have to show proof. We have to have evidence. Now, something I need to get a hold of somebody else. Yeah, it's terror. Terror is another word that'll get you flagged. That number will get you flagged if it's in your title or in your description. Same as that word. Even if I say that word, it can draw attention and flag content. I've watched it happen. What we need to start doing is, for all you streamers out there, especially some of you guys work with multiple people, have somebody set up on their computer and you guys know the screen capture devices out there, recording the live stream. That way you have a backup, somebody else has a backup recording of the stream. That way there's always evidence if when stuff like this happens. That somebody else, that might have somebody that's separate from on your stream. Just have them recording it while you're streaming it live. Now it works. Okay, so it might have been just that thing being checkmarked. But now, see, now we know. Now other people that may have this happen. I mean, yeah, it's there we keep certain things. I understand why it's there. and its use, but you give me a tool that allows me to choose what words and what phrases I don't want being used in my chats. I don't use it. But it's the tool. If I chose to use it, it can be used. You know, I wasn't ever real sure, do they monitor the chat? See, that's the first time I've heard that one. I've never had it happen to me. Of course, I don't interact on a lot of the chats. I've never heard that the only thing I've caught is like the other day, somehow Underground World News was supposed to be on Casey's channel. He must have messed up the date because he did a stream Thursday at 9 o'clock and it came on. Well, a bunch of us showed up and they never went live. And like 2 hours later, he went live on doing another stream, and there was still people waiting for Underground World News to start. You know, a couple of us tried to share a link in there, and of course I knew you couldn't because you weren't a moderator, and it told you as soon as you put the link in there you can't share a link. I was like, okay. So I just typed in there, hey, he's live, doing live on his, go to his channel, check out, he's doing a live stream now, not Underground World News. It's like, you know, we tried to tell him, but he's, you know, he does like it. When you're screen sharing, you know, you can't be watching chat. And, you know, he's got a large audience, so you know how chat works. It scrolls and goes and goes. See, I'm used to a small audience. Eventually that audience might grow to where I might actually have to go on and turn my slow-mo down so I can follow chat and interact. There's other tools out there which I don't know people know, you know. I see some of you set up, you can download Uber conference to your computer, which allows me to let people call in. You know, if I say I got a full Hangout, I can have people calling in as well from their cell phones or phones. It generates a number that you can use. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of tell people, don't feed the trolls. Not worth your time. It's fun. I mean, it's fun joking around about them. And it does get old sometimes. And sometimes I can use those trolls to prove a point to whatever I'm talking to my topic, or take something they said and turn it around on them, make it my topic. That's how I've ran off on my other channel. I ran off a troll doing that. Never had a troll afterwards on that channel. I guess they don't like it when you can take something that they were trying to troll you with and use it into your subject and make it into your subject. Sometimes you just gotta have fun. Sometimes ignoring them is probably the best thing to do. You know, but it's kind of hard when they're blowing up your stream and you got to sit there, and that's why they do it, because you're going to have to sit there, your moderators are going to have to sit there deleting the comments. But I think that part's funny. Now that we caught that little thing right there, how can the trolls get away with that? That's a good question. How can all these bot trolls spam like that when you got that turned on? Well, I'm pretty sure most people are like me. It should have been turned off. But it does go to ask the question, how? Why can I not say that, but they can say that? Or say other things that if I said would instantly get me a strike, censored, banned. Alright. Because, I mean, I don't like watching these channels go down. I haven't. I've spoke about it before. You know, I've done videos and stuff I've caught on this channel. Stuff I've did experiments with, seeing what you can do. But then again, I don't have that large of an audience because I don't go after it, because I know that's one of the reasons some of these channels do get. The more viewers you get, the more views your things, it's an instant spotlight on your channel. And it shouldn't be that way at all. You know, just like me, how is it on several of my videos, just use the one I did last week, moves and counter moves, how does it only have 10 views, 3 of which are mine, from editing, but I go to the mines, it's got 587 views. I go to Twitter, it's got 48 impressions. That was last night. But I only got 10 here. That's, you know, it don't make sense. Those are the things. Those things I've got documented. And yes, you do censor me, take down my channel. I download every video I do. Every video I've ever done on this channel, on KOTR, on Drew Lima, on Smiley, all those videos are backed up to a portable drive. I have a 3 terabyte backup drive just for backing things up. Because why? I had to do it when I was doing websites. Back up the platforms before I updated them. In case something went wrong on the update and it crashed the system, I had the backup. You know, that's why it's also important to understand how other platforms work, how other things work. The importance of backing your stuff up. Now, even more, if we're seriously talking about taking a stand, having somebody else, when we're streaming, live streaming, or when we downloading their videos, or recording our videos as we're live streaming. Because that's something we're going to need. We're going to have to show evidence. Because everything's going to be scrutinized. They're going to put the blame on us. They're going to say we're doing this. They're going to say, oh, you used a logo of this company, therefore it is a copyright infringement. It violates trademarks. Can't get around that. There's laws in place for that. These are the things you guys are going to have to need to know. I mean, this is some of the stuff, you know, they may not have ever enforced. When we take a stand, every channel that's involved in that will be scrutinized. Yeah, mine's full of them. Especially my liked videos. Or and sometimes stuff I put in to watch later. Because sometimes it might be a couple months before I get back to them. Because I'm doing things all the time. I mean, right now my sole focus is on this channel, not my other one. So I have a little bit more free time. I mean, I think you pointed it out. You said I have like 60, I think at the time 64 videos, but only 9 subscribers. Actually, I only had 6 subscribers. So I'm at 11 now, subtract 3 from that, because 3 of them are actually my channels. So I can keep track of things. So I know. So here's another important reason why. Have your backup channel tied to it, because sometimes our notifications don't go out. Tonight, I got 1 notification. Last night, I got 2. Thursday, when I streamed, I got all 3 notifications saying I went live. That's evidence. It's in your email. You have a good night. We are Free TV. Thanks for joining. And thanks for subscribing, by the way. You know, so sometimes there's an importance of things you do. Because it lets you know when something's not going on. I've had, when I used to share to Facebook, I've had literally the link removed from somebody's message, from Messenger. Facebook removed it right from Messenger. She never got the link notification that I had sent it. I've caught when I've shared a couple of Dabu streams to Facebook or Revolutionary Z's stuff. Get removed from Facebook. Get removed from Twitter. Link not actually be shared. That's the stuff we're going to have to pay attention to. If we're going to take a stand, we're going to come together, these stuff we have to show, prove. This is what happens. This is what goes on. We, you know, like I said, everything in theory is a good idea. But when it comes to actual doing, it makes the theory a different thing. Because now you got to know, what are we going to need? It'll help to actually hear what a lawyer says, what can be done and can't be done, what grounds we have, what evidence we need. You know, I can take him in small dosage. I like some of the stuff he talks about, then sometimes not my cup of tea. You know, but who am I to judge? I'm sure he doesn't like half the stuff I do. Right, it's our opinions. You know, I'm sure he doesn't like a lot of the stuff I do. You know, I'm sure I'm judged by some of my beliefs. It goes against some of theirs. That's okay. I respect that. You know, I don't know how well he takes criticism, so I don't criticize. Some people can take criticism, some can't. Looks like I had somebody on my other channel criticizing it. I posted the comment, said, well, you need a better mic and talk differently. You'd get more views. Constructive criticism. Some people would have took offense to how he worded it. It was constructive criticism. If I had the money, could afford a better mic instead of a Bluetooth, yeah, I would. But I don't. I use what I have. And I make the best of it. Which there's a lot of people out there. That's how they do it. You know? And that, right, what you stated right there, that's going to be the hardest part for a lot of us to come together. Because not all of us can let go. Not all of us can see that common ground. Some of us have egos and don't really know how to keep them in check. Some of us just can't see past a person's religious beliefs. You know, it's hard when you got something this could be this big. You're talking about everybody taking a stand. It's hard for people to let go of those their ideologies, beliefs, even though they all believe we want our freedom, we want to be able to do our channels, some people it's hard to let go. Or some channel might have called you out for something, and you're holding a grudge because of that. And that's the point. If we're going to do this, can't be no grudges. We can't sit there and argue about who's right or wrong in their beliefs. The fact is we all have one common goal, our free speech, how we're being censored. That's the only issues. No politics, no rhetoric, no identity, labels, no labels. We are a community. We stand up together, or we continue to let them keep us divided and we don't have a voice. That's how they kill people's voice. That's how they kill your freedom of speech. They divide you, pit you against each other, to where you guys can't, even though there's common ground that everybody agrees on, you can't get past your differences. Like I said, in theory, great idea. I'm all for it. It's not a theory. It can be done. But can we come together on that common ground? Exactly. Truthfully, they all are. I mean, that's the truth. This is a black, you can call it whatever you want, Black Mirror, Ouija board. It's a gateway, doorway. I mean, but, hey, that's conspiracy theory. You can't prove it. Okay. But, I've seen evidence out there of circuit boards that are, their circuits are designed in certain fields, demonic fields. Yeah. I've seen the computer come on mysteriously by itself. Or my favorite, mine does this from time to time. Shut it off. 10 minutes later, it turns itself back on. I have to literally restart my computer to shut it off. I'm all for standing up against a good cause, especially when it comes to freedom, when it comes to our freedoms of expression, freedoms of speech. Right. It shouldn't happen anywhere. Not at all. No, just like I talked about last time. I should have the right to give my computer permission to connect to the damn smart TV downstairs and the smart TV and the other smart TV in the other room. Nope, I don't have a say in it. It automatically connects to my computer. No permission. Screw you. I'm connected. But yeah, I think it's funny that both those TVs have the privacy to connect to the internet turned off. But yet it somehow can connect to my computer without my permission. But try telling that to your parents. I'm 40 years old, so they're in their 60s. They didn't even know that. I'm like, yeah, it's in the, it's actually in that little piece of paper you got in the fine print. Tells you it can record your monitor and record your voice, your conversations. We literally had to show them that. you know. But like I said, I'm going to try to do these videos every day. Reach out to people, see if they want to come on, especially the ones I know that might not want to take the big risk to do strict talk about these things on their channel, which I fully understand. I don't want to see no more good channels go down. Yeah, it does. And it's getting worse by the day. You know, and I've actually known some channels that talked about that. I've watched them get nailed. But yeah, I'll sit here and talk about it. And it goes to show, smaller channels do have an advantage over big channels. As long as you're using the proper words, not naming the company, you know, you're playing a game. Moves and counter moves. You're playing a grand chess game with this. But unfortunately, you're dealing with an AI. AI is self-evolving. It learns. So if you keep repeating the same process, eventually it's going to catch on and learn from it. So you got to stay basically like a grand chess master, 10 to 20 moves ahead. And dude, you're playing against a computer. You're not going to win all the time. Eventually you're going to slip up. You're human. I mean, I've been lucky thus far. No copyright strikes on this channel. I've had monetized content nailed because it was monetized on Drew Lima. And I think I had one, all my videos on KOTR get demonetized. I mean, it's like you can't talk about anything. It's like when you choose monetization, you're basically signing off your freedom of speech, your freedom of expression. It's basically saying that mission statement that they have does not apply to you. You know, I don't have whatever how many subscribers you have to have super chat, or I can only imagine. So if you're making money off super chat, I bet you they're, you know, somebody else is going to have to do that experiment. And that's, it's something I need to state now, because some people say, oh, you're just doing this to gain subscribers. No, I don't want no subscribers. It's not about the subscribers. When we go on, you know, invite people on, share it. Do not subscribe to the channel. It's not about subscribers. Exactly. I mean, I very rarely give out my name. I forget, honestly. I just come on and start talking. By the way, guys, you can call me Drew or Smiley. You choose. Is that my real name? Is Drew Lima my real name? No. Fraction of it. But then again, it's not hard to figure out because I've done a video about my ancestry on this channel when I called Nancy Pelosi out for disrespecting my forefather's name. My name, last name, is on the Constitution. And my lineage has been traced back to him and farther. There's the reason why I named my channel how I named it. I mean, even on here, especially with the knowledge I have of stuff and the esoteric side, I know the importance of not giving your full name out or not showing your image. Yes, I from time to time do go live on cam. I don't care. I know how to protect myself on that. But people know how to use that. You know, some anonymity is important. Sometimes people give up just way too much information about themselves, and they don't realize it. Sometimes, you know, if you watch somebody stream, you can learn a lot about who they really are, just by the tidbits of information they just let slip. Some people, you can never even guess who they are. Well, my hat's off to them. I'm not that good. You know, but that's, you know, like I said, it's not about subscribers. I don't want the subscribers. But what I want is for you guys to start doing, if you don't want to do it here, do it on your somewhere else. But I'm going to offer you a platform so you can not maybe take blowback. So we can all start talking about these things. This is what this is about. I will do this all week or all month. Put aside the videos that I was going to normally do, because this is more important. This is something that I strongly believe in, as well as many others. I'm tired of seeing the censorship. I'm tired of having my free speech taken away from me. Tired of seeing it happen to other people. I'm tired of seeing good channels that I love disappear. We work too hard for this. These guys that have 100,000 subscribers, they've worked hard to get that many. They've spent hours putting out great content, drawing people, marketing their stuff. I know how much it goes into it. I've done this for years. I did it for a magazine. I've done it for websites. I haven't done it for my channels on YouTube, because I wanted to go a different way with things. I wanted to fall back to more of my roots, my beliefs, and let people that find the channel find it, because that means they found it for a reason. There's always a message there for them that they needed to hear. Sometimes it's not about the numbers. Now, I've also stated, if I can monetize and get away with the stuff I talk about and get paid for it, yeah. But I also know in reality, you don't make much money. And if I was going to do that, it'd be rewarding, because then I'd want to spend more time, better graphics, better equipment, because I'm being rewarded for it. There's a, you know, I feel like, okay, now you're giving me a reason to want to actually better my channel. It's not that I don't want to better my channel every time I do the video, but for me, it's just as much as I get more back from talking to you guys in chat, interacting with you guys. I'm learning from you. That's my reward. Like I said, I'm not like everybody. I might say me and Simplicity don't get along, and we don't. My mind don't work that way. But it's the simple things I enjoy. Simple things like a conversation of two people that have different ideas and beliefs, coming together, sit down, talking, sharing their ideas, why they believe this, what they see, how they see the world. Those are the things that I like. Those are the things I know many of you like when you watch certain channels. All those things we like and love, they are right. It's in jeopardy. People are fed up. People, when they get fed up, they either do two things. Take a stand or leave. Or get forced out. There's three things. And most of them, they just got forced out because they're tired of it. How many backup channels do I have to have? It gets ridiculous. All that work I spent doing these videos, uploading these videos, to be gone. Right in front of your eyes. I mean, that's a sickening feeling. Trust me, I would be sick. Yes, this is what, 67 videos on this channel? Not counting the 60 plus on the other channel. plus the 30 plus on the other channel. That's just this year, guys. I wonder why I disappeared for 3 months or 2 months or however long it was from June to after October. Yes, it is. And that is kind of my view on it. In fact, I encourage you to disagree. I encourage you to question. Question everything I say. You should. With any channel we watch, we should be questioning everything they say. That's how we learn. That's how we open ourselves, awaken ourselves. I disagree with you. Can we talk about it and disagree with each other and find out why we disagree? If not, we're just going to choose to disagree. No sense getting heated and arguing. I've seen some good things come from that and some good debates. Sometimes you find out, well, you actually agree in the end anyway. You're both right. You just had a different way of wording it or different way of saying it or expressing it. And as you disagree back and forth, you start seeing common ground, and you come to find, like, damn, now I get it. Now I see what you're saying. And they're like, oh yeah, now I get it. We see the same thing. We believe the same thing. We just had two different ways of expressing it. And sometimes you find a real answer that way, and find out that you're both wrong. But through that debate, that dialogue, that back and forth, the points you keep making to support your thing, the truth comes out of it. And it's like, wow, how did we miss that? Or you finally see that, oh, I was wrong. Nothing wrong with being wrong. It's part of being human. These are the very tools that they use to divide us. Or we're going to censor him because he's saying these things, because this person disagrees. Then they start playing the game. Now they'll censor this person because this person disagrees with him because of the words he's using. They want you to be in disagreement. They want you to be arguing back and forth, calling out a channel. Drama sells too, guys. Like I said, there's so many facets that they use and have been using with all of us to keep us divided. We're supposed to be a community. And I'd be the first to say, yes, there's some things on here that should not be on here. But that stuff never gets censored. That stuff never gets removed. It's our stuff that does. And that's something we're going to have to compile on evidence as well. Show these things. Record them. Take screenshots of them. Or we can just keep going as we're going, and this will be no more. But I also ask this question: how many people's paid attention to YouTube's advertising? How much is YouTube pushing RedTube or YouTube TV, whatever it's called now? $35 a month. How long before these very freedoms that we're talking about stand up, they're going to be gone? How long before they say, screw you? You want to be part of the creator on this channel? Pay for it. Pay $35 a month. I can see that coming. They're not there yet. We could be seeing the end of YouTube as we know it. Part of me likes to think that they're not going to do that, but I've seen how other platforms did do that. And they could use us coming together as the catalyst to do that. Remember, there's always consequences. There's always a cause and effect. We got to weigh all those options. I'm all for standing up. I'm willing to take that risk because they're telling us we have no freedom of speech. We don't have the right to express ourselves. Our opinions and views don't matter. It goes against the narrative. Well, if that goes against the narrative, then you guys need to take down your mission statement. Oh, yeah, I know. Your TOS. Welcome back to Tacky Vanilla. Right. I mean, guys, skeptical question. Important. I mean, we're so taught not to question. We have to question. It's okay. You haven't seen my spelling. I mean, literally, when we did our we do the editing in our magazine, we'd have to actually edit like 3 weeks in advance before we could publish just because of my spelling and improper grammar. My spelling is ferocious. My handwriting is just as worse. Well, not really. I actually have nice handwriting if I want to spend hours and hours on 2 pages. But yeah, we live in a day of age where we're taught not to question anything. They don't want free thinkers. They don't want people that see things for what it really is. You know? And they're really going to hate it. If we can all pull this off and actually come together and stand up as one, they're really going to hate it. Because a movement like that can spark more movements on other platforms. And that's something they don't want. That's something you better be prepared for, because they're going to fight it. They're going to find ways to discredit people. So you also got to know what you're getting into. There is no sugarcoating anything when we do this. If we do it, you know? I hope we can all get together and do it. I mean, it might not be everybody on one channel. It might have to take 20 here, a group of 20 there, all of us reaching out to the people, sharing our information with the other channels that are doing it. But it goes back to what I've seen. I've seen channels get nailed for mirroring people's channels. They flag that person's channel, or they suspend that person's channel because of that video. Whoever mirrored it, now they open themselves up to the same thing. Because the AI algorithms start searching for that. Damn, yeah, it's late there. Yeah. Well, it was just like last night. I didn't realize I had streamed for 4 hours. I had looked down and was like, what? 1 o'clock? You're welcome. And thank you for joining and participating. I enjoy that as well. I enjoy hearing other people's views. Right, we all have our own opinions. And it's important to listen to other people's opinions. You know, here's something else I learned, guys. Here's a fact. And this is statistical facts for those that want to go look it up. Most people won't watch a video that's over an hour long. I plan on doing a live stream every night this week. Or every day. I'll probably play with the hours so I can catch other people at different time zones. I'm very flexible with my time schedule. Plus, when I end the stream, I'm going to reach out to some other channels, try to set some things up. I'm definitely going to reach out to Casey, RFB, Brian, and them. And reach out to, I can't remember the name of that channel. That's weird. Why did my chat do that? Techie Vanilla, did you catch that where my chat just refreshed it, like it refreshed itself? What I'm hoping for, that people start, that YouTube honors its mission statement, that keeps our, honors our freedom of speech, honors our opinions and views instead of, caving into their advertisers or caving into what they deem as the right narrative, because that goes against their mission statement. Everybody has a right to their views and opinions. Everybody has a right to do their channel the way they want. Instead of, you say this word, you automatically get a community strike, or you just get flat out banned. It's happening too much. There's no reason for it. As a community, I have the right to choose if I like that content or not, if I agree with it or not. And it's on my responsibility. Okay, I thought it did. Something else I'm going to have to pay attention for. I'm going to jot that down. I don't know why it did it. Because everybody's got an opinion. Everybody's got a view. Well, we don't all agree on everything. I know a lot of people I watch, I wouldn't dare share with some of my friends because they wouldn't agree with it. But I know that. I respect that, and I don't share those things. Which, in a sense, that's not fair to the channel that I like, because now I can't hit that like button, because when I hit my like button, it shares it to Facebook and Twitter. So, I have to go disable that on Twitter or that, So there's a bunch of things, I don't want to see, because as I pointed out last night, I think earlier, I ramble on too much. As I pointed out, there's so much information on there. There's so much you can learn here on YouTube. From any skill, any trade, how to pick things apart, to discern fact from false. Everybody's got their own unique way of doing it. It teaches you how to be, this platform teaches you how to be question, be open-minded. And it's been used to awaken so many people. You know? And it used to give people a chance to get creative, actually put work into the videos they did. Why? They were putting out good content, rich content videos. It'd get more views, and they can monetize it. You know, those things are important. You know, like I said last night, okay, if it's the problem with the advertisers, because I do get it. I know, I've read the stories. YouTube gets sued a lot. You know, they're constantly being harassed by the music industry, movie industry, for copyrights infringements or royalties. I get it. So they need the advertisers. Not really. I mean, Google owns it. But it's the point. They use the advertisers. Okay, I get that part. Start finding out, drawing in advertisers that support alternative content then. Or give us the guidelines of advertisers you want. We'll go out there and find them for you. That way, you know, it's fair and equal treatment for everyone. You know, when it comes to the end of things, I think the root problem is, at least here in the United States, the corporate sector. They don't want a certain narrative. They don't want people talking about these medications and vaccines when their advertisement shows up. Which, you know, I don't buy that anyway. The algorithm should instantly match appropriate advertisements, which I know it does because I've been on Google platforms. I've been on Ning platforms. I've used Google Ads and AdSenses on websites. And I know how it works. Many of you recorded these very same things, how you're talking about something. Next thing you know, that very same ad pops up. So don't tell me you can't choose the right advertiser for the right video. But, you know, I'll give anybody the benefit of the doubt. Even though the benefit of the doubt kind of goes with what I've seen, what I've experimented with. But hey, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. It's just, I'm tired of seeing good channels go away or lose all their videos. I mean, damn, I was enjoying the video I was watching Friday night. I took a break so I could watch the live stream of the current live stream. I was going to go back and finish watching the video that I was really into, getting a lot of information from, learning something new that I didn't know about. And you go strike his channel and terminate it. So, not only did you hurt him, you hurt me, the viewer. And many other viewers who were enjoying that was catching up because they missed the podcast the week before. See, like I said, there's always a bigger picture. You're just not hurting that channel when you do that. You're hurting the people that enjoy that. People that are drawn to it, like that type of content, whatever it may be. You know, I'd like to figure out what the magic number is that they start really paying attention to. Obviously, it's not 9, 10, 11. Or else I'd have done censored by now. But now we know it's over 100. He had well over 100 subscribers on that channel. You know. Of course, Probably don't want to figure out what that number is, because it means when I hit that number, there goes my channel. Which to me, I'll go to a backup. I don't bow down, won't give up. Not who I am, not in me. In fact, you're just going to make me want to do more harsher content. To where I'll just say, screw it, take the filter all the way off. And start pointing out every little thing that I see. No. Because it comes down to the fact that we've had enough. Too many channels. They're all starting to fit. I'm happy to finally hear. We got common ground. Let's get together. Let's do this. No. I'd go till it's censored. I mean, honestly, I actually wish they would give us control over that. You know, that's my opinion. You give me control of that, I'll turn it off. But then if I do that, see, that's where they get you. Even the way I'm doing it, they got me by the balls because I'm not getting followers, so my videos aren't getting shared or streamed. See, luckily for me, I don't have that mindset, though. I don't care. My message is for those who find it. Because obviously they were drawn to it and they found it for some reason. I don't believe in coincidence. Damn! Because he was only like at just a little over 100 on his second channel. That's a huge loss. I mean, I know bigger channels have lost more, but Casey lost a ton. I mean, he was over the 10,000 mark, I think, on his main channel. It's just ridiculous. I mean, I know it's eventually going to happen to this channel. I mean, they might start going after the big channels first, but eventually the small guy gets it too. I mean, just because the small guy might have a little advantage now, he's not going to have it in the long run. Or you're eventually going to slip up, say a word that gets it caught up in the algorithms and get your first strike or second strike or just straight out terminated. See, but what hurts the smaller channels is when that happens. Okay, they strip me, give me a strike. I can't live stream for what, sometimes 2 weeks or 30 days, 90 days, depending on the strike. I can still upload videos. So if I want to do live streams, I'll have to upload a video and hope, this is where they get everybody, and hope that all 11 subscribers go follow the new channel. And that's how they're busting down these big channels. Because I know what it's like. I've been on the other platforms when we move to a new platform. Because they get screwy with terms of service and censorship. So we go to another platform. We end up losing half the people we had as subscribers or followers or people or members of the site, whatever you want to call it. And they know this. It's another tool that they use to do it. Then it happens again. Well, you just take that half that followed. You just lost another half. And you hope that you can get them all come over to your new channel. To a point to where you get to the point where you just say, screw it, I'm done. Which many people have. You know, first thing I tell a new streamer, create up a couple backup channels. Because eventually you might need it. We should not have to have a backup channel. So yes, it is very important that people start coming together. Start, you know, realizing, well, we are going to be in for a big struggle because, like I said, we're going to have to produce the evidence. And they're going to use a lot of stuff. But you're going to have to realize, did you use a logo in your image? Did you use a trademark in your image? And I know many have. They'll show a certain broadcast, network broadcast. Well, guess what? You technically are liable because you used that trademark logo. It is trademarked. They're going to use that against us. You know, also, it's important to make sure that everyone understands what we're going to get into. We're going to be more scrutinized than ever when we do this. You're not going to just lay down. And if it does eventually go to court, you know, they'll try to tie it down. This is how it goes. They'll try to tie it down for a long period of time, so eventually the people can't afford to take action because they can't afford to keep paying the attorney. I mean, unless you got an attorney that's doing it for free. There's a few out there, not many. There's a few out there that would do something like that. I personally don't know any. The ones I know, they're going to want some money, and lots of it. You know, that's what we're going to be dealing with. You know, I mean, like I said, when I get done with this, I'm going to reach out to some of these people that are talking about where everybody at. You know, I've left comments. I just haven't had the time to sit down and reach out. My way right now was reaching out, was doing this. But I obviously can't go to Twitter so you direct message me. I'm relying on hear my phone go off saying I got a notification because for some odd reason when I live stream from Hangouts, talk about certain things, my computer gets bogged all the way down. Which I know, yeah, I'll be recording some things this week too. I'm going to go ahead and stream in game to Facebook and record it. Show there's no issue, shows my band where I can show my bandwidth latency. Because there's plenty of videos here I can use as evidence where I try to screen share and go to a page. It doesn't do it when I use XSplit. Is that because Hangouts is faulty? There's a glitch? Okay, I'll give you that. Why haven't you fixed the glitch? You know, that's what we're going to have to be prepared to deal with as well. They're going to say things. It was an error, like they've been doing here of late. We made an error when we took down your channel. You know, it's not even. I mean, it's laughable that they pull it, but it's not funny because you just hurt that channel. You just, you know, how many followers just, oh, you got to terminate, you went to a backup account. You know, when you do, it's BS. That's all it is. And that's the other thing. Language. They're going to say, well, you swear too much. They're going to find every nitpick, every little thing. It's also the importance of doing these videos now. Shooting these ideas. Explaining these things. What could happen. And we're not even touching on things we haven't thought of yet, or I haven't thought of yet, or read into, because now we're going to have to go back and reread the terms of service, which, as I stated, in every terms of service, it can change at will without notification. It's when it comes to dealing with TOS, it's a losing battle. But keep that mission statement up, please, because I think that is a good way to go at it. That is your mission statement. That's what I signed up for under, was the mission statement, as many others did, and that is a contract. And don't worry, I've already took screen captures of it. I just chose not to screen share it because you guys are getting too funny with that. Like I told that, I'll restate it. You want to use this? Use it. You have my permission. The only thing I ever ask when it comes to any video I've done, don't go in and edit and make it say something I never said. Because I have the original copy of the video saved. The original copy is up until the channel gets taken down. It's on my portable back drive. I catch you doing it, then I have an issue. Don't change what I said or manipulate it. Show it as is. That's what they use against us all the time. They'll clip something this person said, take part of it, and not show you the rest, where it was completely the opposite, where he was making an example of something, using it as an example, and you take that, saying he said this, but yet don't play the rest, where he gave reasons why he's against it or for it. I've seen people do that. A lot of people don't even know who I am because I don't comment in chat. I come to listen, observe, watch. Sometimes if I feel, I go off feeling. If I'm drawn to something, somebody says something I'm actually drawn to respond, I'll actually respond. Because sometimes you get caught up listening and reading chat and you miss something important. So if I'm actually paying attention to chat and listening, I'll go back and rewatch the video just in case I missed something. But not everybody has the time to do that. When I get another job and start working again, I'm not going to have the time to go back and rewatch a video. I enjoy what little time I have to do things like that. And they play on that. They know that. People work. Just like I know sometimes certain people I follow, they might say something that they know is going to get them a community strike, so they do during a live stream and they end up taking it down. I hate that. I hate that they have to censor themselves that way because I love their shows. I love their podcasts. I might have had to work or something came up and I had to go somewhere and I missed the show and I come back to watch it later when I get home and they took it down. That's what, that's by doing what they've done, that's what they've forced us to do. I mean, I haven't done it, but many have. Because, it's going to give me a community strike or somebody's going to report it. Who ends up getting punished for that? Their loyal subscribers, people that tune into their channel, that just couldn't be there at that time. I mean, I'm not gonna. I'll be the first to admit I was on somebody's show during the summer, just because the person that was supposed to be on there didn't show up, and they liked what I was saying, asked me if I wanted to come on, share my ideas and views on what they were talking about, and I did. You know, you had somebody on there that was saying some things that shouldn't really been said, that would have killed the narrative of what he was going to do anyway. You know, I kind of told him that I would take the channel. I'd delete this when you're done. Mainly because the person he was going to have on. I wanted to hear this person's views. The dude wanted to hear his person's views, but he had a friend that kind of wanted to say otherwise. And, you know, dude who left that stream up, and the dude he was going to interview would have seen it. Oh, hell no, he would never come on. We never got to hear his views. So, you know, there is a responsibility. But dude didn't have to take it down. He could have left it up. But that falls under that channel's choice. I mean, do I like it when they do that? No. But I also know sometimes there's a reason and importance to do it. Except for now it becomes, oh, I said something that could be misconstrued. I went off on a troll. Well, because I went off on that troll, so I'd use a few colorful words, I take the risk of losing my channel, not being able to live stream. I mean, yes, I give two contradiction analogies, but they each have a different point. Point is responsibility that is controlled by you. The other one is fear of censorship, because some idiot in my chat was being very, very disrespectful, and I went off. I shouldn't have to fear that. Now, I should have to fear this because that person I'm wanting to interview hears something that my idiot friend decided to say and kept on going, which is something I don't believe in, or could ruin a chance for me to get that person on. There is differences, and they're going to play on that. They're going to use that as well against us. Those are the things you're going to have to understand. I'm not best one probably for analogies like that, but you know, how far do you want to be censored? That's what it goes down to. How far do you want your freedoms of expressions of speech to be taken away from you? In the United States, we have a constitution. We should never give an inch to anybody on that. I can't speak for UK, Germany, China, Brazil. Brazil has more freedoms. I was able to talk to my family down there and hear the real truth of what was going on. My sister was happening down there at the time. She was able to tell us what was really going on. And they were freely talking about it and not being censored. But some countries don't allow that. Every country has their own set of laws. We are fortunate and blessed to be in the United States to have a constitution that protects. There's laws in place. Corporations abide by them. My personal view and opinion, if your corporation is based here in the United States, you should be held to uphold our constitutional rights. I firmly believe that. Any corporation, any company, any business. I also think that our government should be the voice on this as well. They should be standing up against this. I mean, we see China do it, how restrictive they are about what can be said and done and posted on the internet. I don't know, our government's supposed to be there to protect our constitutional rights, put laws in place to protect them, but they're silent on the matter. Or wait, as one senator put it, why did you leave this fake? First post I've seen on the trending was this fake news. Oh no, we fixed that. You should be seeing this named organization now in replace of it. It corrected itself. That's not protecting freedom of speech. That's not protecting expression. So yeah, probably using the government to defend our Constitution was a bad analogy. But they set the precedent. They set the laws. They don't care. They forget about we the people. But hey, that's a bigger mission to tackle. This is a good place to find common ground with other people. And this might be a good place to start. We can all truly get together and stand up as one. Maybe we can get the ball rolling in other areas, other platforms, and maybe eventually we can use that common ground to get to our government so they take the right actions and hear our voice. Got to start somewhere. And that's going to be a problem because everybody's going, oh, you're being political. Because, yeah, we're going to have to leave politics at the door. We're going to have to leave anything that could divide us at the door. Some of you may have a different way of interpreting the Constitution. Me, personally, it's black and white. It speaks for itself. Some of you may have been taught differently. You all know how Common Core is nowadays when it comes to history. And that's going to be our hardest uphill battle, is going to be with ourselves. We got a common ground. How can we stay united? Not argue, not fight, not start blaming each other, and move forward and actually get the momentum this thing needs and get the people, everyone that's part of this community of streamers, video, people that just upload videos, to come together as a whole and speak out as one voice. No differences, united. You know, that's going to be our biggest uphill. We can actually accomplish the first part there. I mean, that's progress in itself. That's a starting point, and they see that. Yeah, you guys know. You've seen it. We watch it happen every day. They don't want that. They don't like that. And for some people, it's going to be even harder because they don't want their faces seen or identities, because that's something else nobody's talked about or they don't realize. You know, some people don't want to get doxxed. We've seen that word be used this year. We've seen it happen. You know, I don't care, but some people do. Now, I should care because I'm looking for a job. Speaking up about this could hurt my chances. Those are the things we got to take in account. Is it worth the risk? For me, it is. For me, there's no other choice, because they're trying to take our freedoms away. My family's been against that forever. Or I say, screw it. I need a job, and I can't afford to get doxxed. Can't afford to show my real name, because you're going to have to give up your real name to go in court. You're going to have to show your face. So there I just gave away my freedom, and there I just disrespected my ancestor whose name is on the Constitution. Everything he fought for, everything my grandfather, my uncles, and previous generations fought for in every war, meant nothing. So yeah, I have no problem jumping on board on this. Others might, and we're going to have to be able to respect that. Yeah, I'm going to end this stream. I didn't mean for it to go long. I was hoping some other people might drop in, might want to jump into the Hangouts with me and share what they've seen and witnessed. But like I said, I'm going to be doing this every night the rest of the week. Might do multiple streams, because I'm going to see, some people might only be able to catch them in the mornings or afternoons, where others I can catch at night. And that's some of my problem. Talking about these things is important, but if you make them too long, people aren't going to watch all of it, or they're not going to want to share it because it's too long. Something I have to realize as a creator, a person that does this. But I've also said sometimes there's a reason why I do it like this, because I know the longer the video is, the less likely it is to get monitored, because hey, nobody's going to watch a 2-hour, 3-hour, 4-hour video. So, but yeah, I said a lot tonight, more than I probably should have, but there's points that need to be made. Like I said, there's people I need to reach out to, so now is probably a good time to end this stream. Anybody that's actually watched it up to this point, I'm going to put out later tonight. I'll add links to this to other people to get a hold of. If you want to take part in the stream tomorrow, everything you need to find is in my description. Message me. You can come on. I'll give the floor to you. You talk about the things you see, your concerns, whatever you want to talk about, and finding a way to help others find this common ground. Share the video to others. It's not about the subscription, guys. I don't care. In fact, do not subscribe to me while we're doing this. It's not about that. It's about taking a stand. It's about letting other people who don't want to lose their channels because they got way more followers than I got come on here and have an area where they can actually talk safely. Don't want to use your name, don't want to use a cam, don't want to use your real picture, I don't care. Just tell me what you want to be called by. We'll set a time up, and we'll go. And if you don't want to come on here because you don't like what I say, do it yourself. Or find somebody that'll do it that has a smaller channel. More people that start doing this, the better. To everybody that's watched this two-part chat, thank you. Enjoyed the conversations, some of the things that come up. Thank you for those that's taking screenshots or pointing things out. That's important. We're going to need to start doing that more and more. We're going to need to start building the evidence if we're really going to do this. And with that, I hope everybody has a wonderful week, safe, and enjoy yourself. I will see you guys sometime tomorrow. Good night.